Hello, humans. I'm Lincoln Lin, a minotaur who's trying to be an artist. And today in my house, I have a friend of mine who's an octopus with a monocle. He's an octopus supremacist. I do not know why I hang out with him. Why do I hang out with you?
Because we cephalopods are just simply the best. We're humble, we're respectful, we're we have the greatest morals, uh, and we have 8 arms.
Sure. Want to tell people your name?
Yes, my name is Zeth Martinez, aspiring writer, reviewer, editor, and humble octopus.
Yeah. And specifically, you've been reviewing horror movies for this website called Haunted MTL for how long have you been reviewing movies for that website?
That is a great question. I think about 2 years now. Yes,
Dang.
it's getting to be about 2 years.
Okay,
Yes, Haunted MTL.
cool. And for since we're like in the Halloween spirit, we thought we'd play a game since I don't know. I think that's what humans are supposed to do on Halloween. So
Yeah,
not
beats
gonna
me.
lie, I from the movies I watch, I gathered that all holidays are just a pretense for having sex for you humans. But basically, you've prepared some descriptions of horror monsters and you're going to describe them to me. And I don't know what you picked. I'm just going to draw them. And maybe at the end, if I feel confident enough, I'm going to venture a guess. Actually, before we start, do you think I know any of these monsters?
I think you might know of one. Yes, I think you might know of one. It's kind of a bigger one. Another one you might know in terms of lore, but yes, I think one you might know.
Okay, great. And I am not a big horror fan, just so everybody knows.
Mhm.
Okay, well, let's get started. Start with your description. Let's start with a general description and then we move on to the details.
Okay, this is straight from a book. Every inch of its head had been tattooed with an intricate grid, and at every intersection of horizontal and vertical axes, a jeweled pin driven through the bone. Its tongue was similarly decorated, if I could speak. And that is the only description we get of this character. So I've added some more details if you would like.
I would, but I do want you to repeat that sentence. Um, so you said head and tattooed, but I didn't hear anything after that. Something about pins driven through the skulls?
Yes, yes. So I can start from the top. Every inch of its head had been tattooed with an intricate grid,
Okay,
and
are
at
we
ev
talking about a human head? Just tell me this.
a human head,
Okay,
yes.
cool. Human,
And
masculine, feminine?
that is a great question. It's androgynous.
Androgynous.
Um,
Okay.
yes. In the book, it's androgynous.
Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna start with a head and tattoo, you say? So I'm gonna assume this person is bald and tattoo is on its forehead,
Uh, I would say all over the face,
all
but
over the
forehead's
face.
fine.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna draw some base and keep going.
All right. And at every intersection of horizontal and vertical axes, a jeweled pin driven through to the bone. Its tongue was similarly decorated.
So it has pins on its head.
Yes. And this is referring to the grid. So on every intersection of that grid tattoo design, there is a pin driven through.
Is this Pinhead?
This is Pinhead.
Dad! Oh, that was fast.
Yes, I will mention we're going for the book version, not the famous, more famous, I should say, movie adaptation, which is actually one of those adaptations that I would say the movie might even be better in terms of the products, though I like the description of the character in the book of Pinhead.
Okay, that's cool. But didn't you just say that it only had this one description?
Yes, it's more about I guess the character of, and plus the other descriptions weren't physical. It has a very high pitched, excited female voice, and the look is androgynous.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because in the movie, the look is very masculine.
Yes, and very masculine voice too.
Yeah. Well, I never seen the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, the actor, give me a second as I look the name up just because I don't want to say it wrong. The actor is amazing. Um, Definitely should have never been replaced.
He was
Actor.
replaced?
Yes, he was replaced for basically one of those movies that a studio makes just to ensure they have the rights. Doug Bradley. I will say that in the more recent, I think 2022, 2021 film, they actually do more of a female version of Pinhead, Jamie Clayton, and she's also great. Matches a little bit more of the book. The other there, and no one else has ever played the role. It's very,
Really?
very interesting. We are going to say no one else has played the role.
I think I
Very
saw a
interesting.
review for. Maybe it's a different one. I think I saw a review for like a sequel to the original, and like that one had like three pinheads, and one of them's a female.
There's Cenobites for sure.
Oh.
Yeah, Cenobite is the race. Um,
Ah.
I I also have additional sort of my own written description if it adds to, because I think everything you've driven you drew so far, if I could speak, looks really in line with my description so far. So do you
Well,
want
I
me to
haven't
add
added any tattoos yet. What kind of tattoos does this person have?
So in terms of that is really all we get, intricate grid.
Grid.
And I see a lot of times it's sort of drawn with like sort of squared, with each sort of intersection being where the pin is. But that's not really what's stated. It's just intricate grid. So
Okay, so the tattoo is the grid.
yes, the tattoo is the grid.
Oh. Yeah, see, I'm not the best when it comes to literacy, so you needed to restate that several times for me to understand what you even meant.
Got you, got you. It is definitely more an obscure definition. That's why I felt the need to sort of like add a little more character to it.
Okay. Yeah, so we have a grid and okay. But do you want to add more tattoos on this person?
We don't need to. So far, this looks legit, but like every pin is where it intersects.
What do you okay, random question. And just because, as I said before, it seems like all holidays are just a pretense for humans to fuck. I'm
Mm.
going to ask in my opinion, a very normal question. And since you're into with the horror fandom more than I am, do people find this character sexy?
You know, yes. I mean, I feel like there's definitely subgroups, but probably not as much as I would honestly think, because there's definitely a fetish out there that definitely fits the aesthetic of the Cenobites, and I don't particularly see them as the the prime example of that aesthetic, I suppose.
Well, I really just asked that question just to know how defined should I make this person's titties.
I would say that the body is ambiguous,
Okay,
though
so we
the
should cover it
example
up.
usually it's covered up in sort of a leather that's pinned to the body. with the sort of the rib cage showing in terms of like just the central the center line of the chest. Um, and I'm adding a little bit into the description of both my reference point and sort of how I usually see it. But yes, is any of this
So
helping?
leather. I'm the only leather thing I know how to draw is a leather jacket. So I'm assuming
Usually, yeah.
leather, and you say you can see the center line. So something like this.
Yes. Yeah. And it's again stitched into the skin usually.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this might be too much for me. And by too much, I mean I don't find it sexy.
Yeah, I think that is kind of like the points because they are the Cenobites themselves. It's interesting. The like to them, all of that pain and suffering, that is sexy. You know? It's different alien cultures, you know?
Oh. So you're telling me if we pair them up with a masochist, it wouldn't be a horror movie, it would be 50 Shades of Grey.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Any more descriptions you want to add?
Well, you did touch on some of it. So I'm going to sort of skip into do you want to color in anything?
I'll label the color, but like, I won't do it right now.
Got you. So blue lips, I'm not going to say parted because they're not parted in the description or the visual right there, but blue lips as if deprived of oxygen. A darkness around the eyes that make the eyes look like they're just basking in a sea of black. And hmm, yes, I would say that's it. One thing that we could add into the chest region is that the between where the ribs are, there's open gashes of red. So exposed muscle, I suppose you could say.
Exposed muscle. So like skinless?
Skinless, yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to draw some line indicating where the skin are not. All right, that was
There we
fast.
go.
Do we want to
Hmm.
move on to the next one?
We certainly can. So, all right. So I guess I'll sort of give this one I added a description. So I'll just sort of give it out. Pause me if you need to. It had the frame of a hyena, back hunched over with spikes protruding along its spine. But the head was something else entirely. In the dark, it vaguely resembled a person, its arms turned and twisted into the rack of a deer, the head removed from the neck up. Yes. Head removed. Its legs resembled hands, lengthy and human hands. But at the center of this odd humanoid figure were burning eyes, placed like spaced like that of a person's face. Its hair draped along its sides as if hiding a human face underneath.
What? Okay, so I heard deer neck. Is that right?
It has the rack of a deer, so like the antlers, the
On its head?
on its head, yes.
Okay,
And
rack of a
the
deer.
the body is more of a hyena.
Okay, I am going to figure out what hyenas are supposed to look like
Yeah, it
later,
took
but
me a yeah, got you. It took me a while to figure out how to describe the body. Hyena was the best I came to.
okay. But is it just like postured like a hyena or like actually is like hyena?
It's postured like a hyena, so you don't have to be too faithful.
Okay, posture. So it's still a humanoid body?
Um, no, it's animalistic.
Okay,
The
animalistic.
the head, only the head is humanoid.
Only the head. Okay.
And by that I mean it looks like a twisted human itself with the head severed.
So does it stand on two legs or four legs?
Four. Four
Four.
legs.
And all the legs are like human hands?
No, no. So to clarify, the body itself is really sort of that hyena look, but the head itself is where the details get a little messy.
Okay.
So the head, instead of having, like a typical animalistic head, the head itself looks like a humanoid.
Okay. Uh, I'm going to make this bigger so I can add more stuff onto the head. So the head is humanoid. Does it have hair?
Yes, but the hair would be, I guess, between the arm legs. So I guess, sort of, in the crotch region, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Okay, so that's the only hairy part?
That we see, yes, in my frame reference.
Okay. I'm still focused on the hand arms. Wait, what did you say about the rear legs? Are they also hands?
So no, no, the arms of the hyena portion
Yeah.
are very much, are the legs of the hyena portion are very much just legs.
Okay. Human legs or hyena legs?
Uh, Hyena legs.
Okay. I don't know what they look like. I am going to just start with
And
this.
animal, legs, you can't really go wrong, yeah. Yeah, I would say even the front arm that you have there is should be a leg.
Should be a leg.
Yes, just like you drew.
Okay. And something about the chest, right?
Nothing there, I mean, not too much detail that you haven't already done. On the body itself, it's all the head with the intricate details.
All the head with the intricate details. Okay, what's the intricate details of the head?
Got you. Okay, so on the head, you have sort of the antler arms, for a lack of a better word. So those would be, just reference that as like, think of those as the arms of this body. Um, and you have the arms raised sort of chest length, so doesn't particularly matter. But where a head should be on a regular person, there is no head. It's like it's cut off. Almost think of a mannequin with a head removed, I suppose.
Okay, so where the head should be. So here?
So, yes, about there.
Okay, and there's no head there.
Yeah, just a neck.
Okay, just the neck. Wait, so does this thing have a head?
It does, and we'll get to
And the
we'll get to
head is
that.
a in this metaphor that you're building. The head is currently the body.
The head is, yes, that humanoid body. But it does have what should be a head. Now, the reference doesn't show this part of the body, and I didn't want to make it any more complicated than it was. So, I'm just using one specific reference. Now, where you would think, so just imagine the rest of the head is the torso, right? Um, where you think legs would be, that's where hands are.
Where I think legs would be, that's where hands are. You said this was from a movie?
Yes.
I'm so sorry to the person who had to CGI this. Or is this CGI?
It is beautiful. It is really well done. Yes, it's pretty impressive. Arms and hands, just to clarify.
Okay, arms and hands. I
Yes.
was going to say, how dare you make an artist draw this many hands?
Yeah. Again, that front leg, that front hand should be a leg, but that was just my poor description.
I'm just gonna draw baby hands because
to
No.
make it. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Now, we don't see too much in this reference. I know what it actually looks like, but I'm not, again, I don't want to make it too much more complicated than this. But um, where I would say sort of the center of where those arms would be, so in the torso region, um, around where possibly that metaphorical crotch would be, is two uh very tiny in comparison to the body, two orange eyes that are spaced like there is a face between those
Wait,
arms.
so crotch region, so like where this chin is?
Maybe a little further up. Maybe where the nose, maybe between that region and where the nose is currently.
Okay, that region and so the mouth region?
Yeah,
Okay.
that works. Yeah.
So this is where the eyes are. And what do the
Yes.
eyes look like?
They are just glowing orange, in comparison to the body, glowing orange pin drops really. But that's a good size, I would say.
Pin drops?
Yeah, I would say that's probably, yeah, it's that's about good. And I would say it's a little wider, but that it doesn't matter too much. Now, again, this reference doesn't show the whole body, but basically to the sides of the eyes, you would drop hair probably further than you have the arms. So straight down, I suppose.
Wait, so eyes below it, there's hair?
Yes. I would say to the end of each eye, maybe is where the hair would be.
End of each eye, so here?
Yeah, about that region, and the hair would drop basically more or less straight down.
Okay. Smooth, curly hair?
I would say uh, it's smooth, it's straight hair. You can make it a little wild in terms of length and asymmetricalness.
Okay. So, I don't know, this monster just washed its hair and it's very black and silky looking.
Yeah, you could say that.
Maybe I'm going to go back and delete everything I said about rendering this, because, like, oh my gosh. Okay, what else?
That's really all there is to it. The spines run along the spine area. The spikes run along the spine is what I mean to say. Yes, but yeah, in terms of like the body, again, the face is what's complicated. Um, I mean, you could even have the hair go a little further down if you want to, but that's a moot point.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
realizing that you said hyena legs, but I made it look like a rabbit's leg. A
there.
rabbit's leg. I cannot
It's
enunciate.
it's it's close enough. It's the general idea.
Hyenas. I'm looking it up. It looks more like this, I believe. Maybe I
That's
should.
yeah.
I should maybe look up some references from Lion King.
Again, the body is pretty much fine as it is, to be honest. There's not too much detail. Um,
Does it have fur?
it does, but not particularly in the reference because it's kind of like the background is something on fire. So you're just seeing this really the silhouette, for lack of a better word.
Okay, send this abomination to me on Discord. I need to know what it is. I
How
guess first say what it is and what is it from.
Oh, that's great. Yes, Modor, the Jotun from The Ritual, and so it's one of Loki's children. Made up, I
Ah,
believe, made up for the movie, but one of Loki's
I
children.
was thinking that's what it was. Cause like we watched,
Really?
yeah, cause we watched that movie together. I was like, this
Oh, we
better not be Loki's
did.
bastard.
Oh, I honestly forgot we watched that movie together.
Yeah, I remember reaching the end of that movie and they say, "Oh, it's Loki's bastard," and then the like, Voldemort from How It Should Have Ended, clip just played in my head, being like, "Loki." Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah. And also, oh, I just realized, shit, I just on the internet I drew the hands in the wrong direction. Oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. I need to be out of the
No.
art community forever.
So moving on to the next, I pulled it from a game. I don't think there's anything wrong with noting that. So I might have went a little overboard in the description, so you just pause me when you need me. The first thing I noticed was the lashes on its exposed chest, muscles drenched in bloody lashes. Its only
So
article
it
of
has a
clothing.
chest.
So it has a human chest, uh,
Feminine, masculine.
masculine.
Okay, so triangle chest.
Yeah, triangle chest. Very humanoid figure, barring the left arm. The left arm and the head are the exceptions.
Okay, so head and left arm, but like, does it have a torso?
Right. Um, sorry, from that angle, it would be give me one second. It would be the right arm. I'm trying to think from that angle. It would be the arm you're working on.
Wait, it's
Uh,
left or my left? It's right or my right?
it's the left arm of the creature.
The left arm of the creature is the one that's not normal.
Yes.
Okay, so the right arm of the creature is normal.
Yes. With
Okay.
maybe the hands being more clawish than humanish, but it's more rendering, I think. And what was the thing you asked before I interrupted?
Does it have a torso?
Yes, it has a human torso, very muscular, with bloody lashes all over the body.
Okay, human torso. So I'm thinking like a Superman shape.
Yeah, I'm pretty muscular. I would say Superman's usually more muscular. He's like super beefy. Um,
Yeah, uh, yeah, but like it depends, right?
it does, yeah. And then once you get to the sort of the waist onward, let me know when you
Waist,
want.
okay.
So yes, so from the waist, it's mostly a discolored, tattered, really a skirt, um, evoking Doctor Doom vibes.
You know that Doctor Doom is a much more better reference point in your head than my head, right?
Fair enough. A long skirt, I would say then,
Okay. How long?
like to the
To knees or
um
to leg or to
past the knees, yeah, past the knees, uh, just you could say um just over the knees. It's not too much of a concern because the feet are pretty normal. So
well, based on how I composition this, I'm probably not gonna get to the feet.
yeah, there's really nothing to the legs anyway, so I really don't see a big deal because the head and the arm are really the main features.
Okay, then I'm not gonna move it up then.
Yeah, yeah, but maybe tatter the skirt a little more.
Tatter, so like it's been ripped.
Rips. Yeah.
Ah, I am just outing myself as a terrible, terrible sketches on this episode. Am I?
Or is it my descriptions?
No, like I'm just talking about how I am not able to illustrate stuff well on the spot.
Well, I mean, it's a talent we develop. Not me. I'm my stick figures don't need any any more additions. Let me know when you're ready for the next thing.
Okay, I tied her up to
Uh,
skirts.
Perfect, perfect. So I think we'll start with the arm, and from the knee of the arm upward, so the knee to the shoulder, it's pretty much the same as any other arm.
You mean the
Muscular.
elbow?
The elbow, yes. If I could, yep, elbow.
The knee of the arm.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I just want everybody to know this man has a English degree.
Masters even.
Yeah, but not biology, so you're excused.
There you go. There you go. So the elbow, perfectly normal. Give it a few lashes, maybe. Um, and downward, from the rest of the arm, it's this club, with spikes. I would say wooden club with spikes all around it.
Okay, wooden
And
club and spike.
yeah, and not very symmetrical, so not pleasing to the eye by any means.
Not symmetrical, huh? Sure. I, 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 uh, I don't know what to do with the not symmetrical part.
It's fine. I mean, it's fine.
Okay, head.
Head. So really, this is pretty simple. But a crow's head, but two sides up for the body, mouth open, eyes red.
Crow's head.
Crow's head.
Crow.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay, this is not who was thinking.
Curious, who did you think?
I was thinking there's that one Mortal Kombat character that's like wearing a skirt and has a like has like a club or a blade for the hand.
Yeah, that's actually a good point to bring up. One of my criterias for selection was that it had to be a horror property itself, not just something with horror in it. Um, for example, some sort of world game, which I love, open world games.
Yeah, so that's why there's no Elder Scrolls in this video.
No Elder Scrolls, nope, nope, Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
I would say the beak probably a little bigger, more intimidating. It could like sever your head
So
with
is it
that beak.
like a plague doctor beak or
Well, it's open, so in
okay?
that sense, no. But in terms of length, yes.
Okay, it's open. Sorry, I'm going to rotate this just to make it easier for me. Okay.
All right. And then yeah, circular eyes, red eyes. Um,
Perfectly circular?
no, I mean it doesn't particularly matter. It's very asymmetrical creature, right? So,
Well, if you say
um,
perfectly circular, it kind of just looks like a dweeb.
yeah. I guess one detail to add, in the back of the head, there's sort of feathers that are sticking out, almost like for lack of better, not that it adds more to the horror, but for lack of better example, like cowlicks on hair, if you know what that is.
Calyx?
Yeah, yeah, um yeah, that's good.
Okay. Anything more?
Uh, no, no. So, final creature. I'll explain where it's from. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the Crow Mauler, from Fear and Hunger, a game you
Oh.
asked about before. And if you do happen to play it, just know this fucker is terrifying. He chases you everywhere. Once the music hits, you know you're fucked and you have to hide. Yes, once he starts coming for you, the whole game shifts. I mean, it's definitely a horror game throughout, but it's definitely there's shifts between sort of the inspiration of Berserk, and then just straight up Hellraiser, which is another reference we did here. So it all matches.
Do you want to name this creature that we have drawn?
Um, well, you're the one who gave it life, right? So maybe this is something that you should that you should work on.
I don't know. This guy just looks like a dweeb to me. I'm just gonna call him McFarlane. Is that how you spell McFarlane? Anyway, that's how his name is spelled, McFarlane. Alright, people, thank you for watching. And thank you to my friend, who I don't know if I'm going to continue to be friends with, the snotty octopus thing, who don't know what knees are. Tell people where they can find you.
Again, you can find me on Haunted MTL, or Zeth, Martinez Zeth.wordpress.com.
I'm gonna link both of those below. Um, if you liked my art in this video, I've linked all the places you can find my art down below. And if you didn't like, which I think is going to be 100% of you, because all three of these pieces are atrocious, thank you for watching this long. And I sincerely hope you actually learned how not to do as awful of an art as me by watching this video. Otherwise, I'm sorry I wasted your time. Okay, bye.